viewer, welcome back to Cherry Cat Equestrian. This is my pre-recorded video of me looking for a cob. Obviously, if you saw last week's video, you will know that I got the cob that I chose in this video, so, watch this video now. As you guys know, I've been looking for my cob for quite a while, a nice sturdy cob that I could use as an eventer or more as a summer project, and finally, I think I found the one, so today I'm going to show you me trying out that beautiful cob. But before, sadly, I have to do barn chores around the stables, otherwise the horses would be like, why have you left me to see some cob and left the cobwebs on the floor and left my stables pooed up? So, let's do some stuff. Once I arrived at the stables called Blossom Creek, I was a little bit surprised to see that the stables that the cob had been in was slightly worn down. But I just went over to his previous owner and I was walking all chill, but then I couldn't help it and I had to run up to her because I was so excited. Then I spotted his owner waiting outside the stables for me. I asked her where he was and Natalie, his old owner, said that he was just in the stalls. When I took my first look at the stables, I was a little bit worried because I thought, oh, this cob might have a little bit of dandruff because, as you might be able to see here, the stables had a little bit of leaking in it. But when I saw this cob, I couldn't resist smiling. He looked like the perfect childhood pony that any kid would want. Although I was a little bit surprised when I saw him tacked up, as I specifically asked for them not to tack him up for me, but I just realised it might be a habit that we can break if he was bad. But the owner said that she was on a tight schedule today and I could always come back and tack him up again. I told her it was all grand and I asked where the stables was, and I was a little bit surprised when she told me to just head up Main Street and turn to the left, which made me realise that I had to walk through a whole housing estate on a cob. And then when I saw the arena, I realised that I think this cob may have been slightly neglected. I asked her if there was any jumps, and she said that they were on a low budget at the moment and they were actually selling some of their horses to get the price up. I didn't say any more and I brought him around for a little bit of a warm-up. So we just started off with trotting, a bit of canter, and of course, since I kind of got ready the day before, you're lucky enough to get some GoPro images, and of course, I bought a new, drumroll please, drummity drummity drumroll, I bought a new drone, so you'll be able to see higher kind of view of me horse riding. So as you can see, this horse definitely has a lot of energy, a bit of bounce. I felt like I was working a little bit hard to kind of pull him back, keep him, kind of steady, but I realized I was not looking for my dream hard horse. I was looking for a summer project and he would be perfect for it. I gave him some pats and I asked the owner if I could bring him up for a beach ride to do some jumps she said that she had laid out on the beach for us. She said no problem as long as we were back by sunset. So I brought him for a slow kind of gallop. I didn't want to force him into anything because I'd never ridden him before and he is a stallion and I wasn't sure if he was a hot-headed one or a really calm, laid-back one. And I wasn't really sure because in the arena he was quite spicy, but then outside on the hacking trails he's quite laid back and quite bomb-proof, to be fair, so I'm quite happy with that. I was just bringing for him trot, walk. I wanted to make sure that he went through the water, and when I kind of brought him up to the hill, I had a real kind of movie moment with him when he just reared with the sunset, and I felt very happy with that. I wanted to make sure that he was okay going in water. So then he was quite fine. I was quite happy with that. And then I went up to the log that it looks like the owner just chopped down a tree and laid it out on the beach there, which was quite strange, but I don't know where she got that log from. But basically, we did the jumps a few times and I could just see the scope. I was so happy with his jumping. He seemed to really enjoy it as well. I made sure to bring him through the water and I did some lovely water jumps and I felt like we clicked the moment I started riding him. I was really happy with that. I saw that even if we say had a little stop or trip, he just got straight to work again, completely ignoring the fact that he totally tripped and up. And I was like, oh my goodness, he's so perfect. And I realized that he had a good taste for cross country, which is good because, I'm an eventer and I bring my horse Bubble out for certain events. And I felt like if I could get him going really good this summer, as he is my project horse, then I might actually be able to start eventing him either this winter or next kind of eventing spring summer season. I brought him up to the jump again. As you can see, he tipped it, he had a little trip up, and straight away afterwards, he was back to work, wanting to perfect it much better. Then I got some lovely clips of us. We almost ran over a sheep there, and the sheep didn't care, and neither did. Oh, I never told you his name. His name is Mars. So neither did Mars care about the sheep at all. So I think he's quite bomb-proof. And as I was saying, when I first saw him in the stall, he just looked like a kid's dream first pony that they could have. Then another classic movie moment here in the sunset. He reared, and oh my goodness, it is such a stallion rear. I got some good views of that, and then I decided, you know what? Let's get the drone out. So, my cameraman, he got the drone out, and he was filming from above, and then we had a lovely gallop through the water. You'll see us going over the jump a few times, and I'm so happy overall. Then I even felt safe enough to do some no hands galloping with him. And honestly, if you are in the right kind of time to gallop or canter no hands, it's the best thing in the world. Then again, I was caught off guard having to walk through this busy town neighborhood. But when I brought him back to Natalie, I said he was perfect, exactly what I wanted for. She said on the spot there I could take him back today, which I was a little bit like kind of caught off guard by because she I don't know, the stables wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I was a little bit worried, but I took him anyway, paid her by cash, and then me and Mars were just like, I could feel that Mars was so happy. Also, as you can see, the tack that I used while test riding him today was really not my cup of tea, but I just gave the tack back because it looked like it was basically a dressage bridle with a jumping saddle and a western saddle pad. And as you can see, we had the camera in the horse box, and I could tell that he was rearing and a little bit bumpy, but I could tell that it was more out of excitement. So now he's back at home, has been for a few days, and as you can see, Mars fits in perfectly with the gang. So I'm not exactly putting him out with anyone yet, but I want him and Jasper to go out together because all my others are girls, and he is a stallion, and I am not in the right place for any foals. So he's gonna stay with Jasper for now, and hopefully they'll be good friends. But I introduced them together a few days ago, and they were actually quite chill with each other. So hopefully they turn into besties. I think Bubble has a little crush on him, so but I think that's very cute. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you're new, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all on Monday. Bye!